moving ahead. Whoa, whoa. GN Radio, upliftment, progressive radio, you know. GN Radio UK, King Lorenzo said that. Run things.
Charlie daybreak, make me chop small. Delights Coco, Charlie daybreak, make me chop small. Delights Coco, Charlie daybreak, make we chop small. Delights Coco, Charlie daybreak, make we chop small. Delights Coco.
Delight Cocoa, the authentic, original taste of African porridge. Available in all African and Caribbean shops. Delight Cocoa.
What up, guys? It's your girl Feli Nuna, aka Daffy Diva, and you're listening to Selector Brown Eye, cause he plays the best music.
To the powers of the Most High, oh yeah, GN Radio moving ahead. Whoa, whoa, GN Radio, upliftment, progressive radio, you know. GN Radio UK, King Lorenzo said that. Run things!
Yeah, Massive and Crew, that was a quick one, you know what I mean? Looking at your time now, it's 22 minutes past the hours of 8 London time. And before I bring my guest, definitely need to know what is happening out there. Today, the weather wasn't that stable, isn't it? It was kind of on and off. Anyway, so talking about the weather, let's look at how the weather is going to look like tonight. So looking at the weather, tonight will be dry across most areas and the clear spells with a light southwesterly winds, 1 or 2 localized patches of fog are possible by dawn, you know what I mean? So bear in mind, it's going to be dry, but there's going to be some mix-up and blender in between, see? All the same, you need to be mindful, make sure you have your umbrella and everything, wrap up warm, see? Let's look at the travel. Most of the trains are not running smoothly these days. I don't know why. Anyway, talking about travel, we're looking on the Hammersmith and the City line. We have minor delays up there. So Hammersmith and the City line, minor delays due to train cancellations. And also on the London Overground, that's reduced service. That's Monday the 1st, Friday the 5th February. There will be a reduced service between Richmond and Stratford. And also on the Waterloo and the City line remains the same. No service until further notice. Bear in mind. Make sure you check before you travel, yeah? Before you get to the station. And I know most of our listeners do drive. So if you're driving at this point in time and listening to GN Radio, why not? Obey the traffic regulations, which is very important. So looking on our roads, on the A126, that's Broadway, Grace. Both ways closed due to a gas leak from Arthur Street to BP petrol station. And also looking on the M25, that's Hertfordshire. Clockwise, exit slip, road closed, very slow traffic due to an accident at junction 24, A111, Stag Hill. That's around Porter's Bar. And also looking on the M20, Kent, traffic easing, accident cleared on a M20 westbound from Junction 4, 8228 Castleway. So make sure you drive safely, yeah? Off your mobile phone whilst you're driving, because sometimes when I see people on their mobile phones whilst they, behind the wheels, I'm thinking, what are you trying to do? Anyway, so Massive and Crew, very soon I'll be bringing you my guests, yeah? So hold tight. Massive, do you remember this one? For the past how many weeks we've been running this tune, isn't it? Surrender. Tell us. Like I told you, my special guest today, all the way from Australia, Lord of His mercy. He goes by the name Monkey Mac. After learning how he got the name Monkey Mac, I was like, Lord of His mercy. I'm not surprised. Anyway, so all Massive inside Cardiff, big up on yourself. Yeah, he's one of your own. And also Australia, Germany crew. Boom Rush Promotion. Big up on yourself for the link ups, eh? Love on the bad.
Give them everything and give them more than that. Give them everything and give them more than that. Support people foundation. I'm sure about that.
You are listening to GN Radio.
Money for the poor, me stand through the weather. That's for the poor, make your life better. Better. Gangster rules have no OP on to eat. You have to pressure the road 7 days a week. To survive in the street, them ask how we do it. Me tell them no surrender, me say no retreat. We living in the days of the map. Ain't no informant, king gon' call the 5-0. They will kill you for the money that you have. When you hand the gold to make it go, you make a lie. Babylon can't give we no talk. Babylon begs tell them monkey mark. Dirty Babylon can't give we no talk. Babylon begs tell them monkey mark. Dirty Babylon can't give we no talk. Babylon begs tell them we kill zero.
Yeah, Massive, let's go on to the phone lines.
Hero.
You know what I mean? You can, watch us live on Facebook. Also on YouTube, we're live over there. So myself and the man himself, Monkey Mac, doing it big like nobody's business. Channel star.
The cynical, the typical, listen to me. I will shut from Nazareth.
Yes, Massive, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're about to start the vibe. We need to set everything rolling. Good evening, Monkey Man.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent, man. Good vibes, man, good vibes.
How you doing?
Very good. It's early in the morning here. I can see it's in the evening where you are, but it's early in the morning.
Yeah, it's 8:30 and I learned it's 7:30 a.m. Where you are.
Yes, it's you're my alarm clock, man. Very good. You did a good job.
I'm really sorry about that. I know you're a very busy man. I'm really sorry about that. But it's also, a pleasure to have you on the Reggae Catalogue. People like you are hard to find. So me having you today is a privilege to have you on this show.
Oh, man, it's a privilege to be here, man. Loving it. Always ready for this.
This is GN Radio, Massive and Crew, and I have Monkey Mark on the line. Before, we set the ball rolling. Can you introduce yourself to my listeners out there? Even though I've mentioned your name, Monkey Mark, but I know you have your secret name there that before you got the Monkey Mark.
Well, I'm Monkey Mark, also known as Mark Peckham. I live in Melbourne, Australia, down under. And I'm a producer of reggae, dub, and political hip hop as well.
Okay.
And always ready to play on the next biggest sound system possible.
So, Monkey Mark, tell us, I know you didn't start just producing, you started from somewhere. Can you take us a bit back, before we come into your music stuff?
Yeah. I was in my first band at the age of 11, so I've always been into music,
Okay.
And I've always been into sound systems, pulling my father's sound system apart, everything, driving my family crazy, and all of that until they realized that I obviously needed a bit of music in my life. And so from then on, I've been producing everything from political hip hop to down-tempo dub music to all sorts of stuff, and right up to now where I'm doing lots of reggae music, lots of dancehall music in my solar-powered studio right here in Melbourne.
Okay, that sounds very great. So talking about Monkey Mark, how many siblings have you got, if you don't mind me asking you?
I have a brother and a sister.
Okay. Massive and Crew, that's Monkey Mark there, So make sure you go on Facebook, share the vibe, go on YouTube, you see Monkey Mark live and direct. So Monkey Mark, as a producer, we learned that, you have this background. You started as you started doing punk. Is that right?
Yeah. I used to be a singer in a punk band. Yeah, way back. That was kind of like my roots, I guess. And living in Australia, Australia was punk music was quite big, and rock music was quite big. Reggae music really wasn't that big in Australia, so I sort of started off from that angle first.
Okay. And with a bit of electronics and stuff in that, with a dubstep, Public Enemy, take us through. How do you combine all of these?
Well, you know how it is. I guess it's just like one big melting pot, You just, whatever you take in, I guess, in your own kind of weird and wonderful way, you end up putting it all together. And for me, it was always about that, the ethos of that punk mentality, that DIY mentality, mixed with that political force of, say, acts like Public Enemy, Dead Prez and all that. And also mixed with that kind of, anti-authoritarian alternative political headspace that reggae and dub music brought. So they just mixed together perfectly, and I guess that's my sound.
Wow. But I guess for those who don't know, you were into mining. Is that right?
Way back, yeah. But that's a long time ago. But I'm actually a geologist by trade. So I started off working in underground gold mines, and then I had a bit of a life-changing experience, and then I decided to dedicate my life to doing better things for the community.
Okay.
So these days I spend my time in the desert, but not mining, but working on Aboriginal communities, helping Indigenous kids.
And we learned that the name Monkey Mark came from the mining field.
Yeah. Because I was, they call me the crazies. They used to call me Spider Monkey because I went into areas where no one else would go.
Okay.
Really dangerous areas. We were a kilometer underground,
Okay.
So these were areas where no one else would go apart from me. I must have been pretty crazy. But, and I would make the area safe for the miner. So that was my job. So hence I became Monkey Mark.
Okay. So, Massive and Crew, that's Monkey Mark there. But with your music, 2020, you release an album that's a Vital Sound.
Yeah.
Can you take us through that?
Yeah, man. I guess it was a long time in the making. It was an album. I've got 19 different singers, mostly Jamaican singers, a couple of UK singers as well. And it was a thing that I always wanted to do all my life, just put together an album of my favorite singers, and Vital Sound pretty much is the collaboration of great minds and great production and killer tunes.
So how was it, picking up this artist and stuff and that?
Whoops, sorry, I missed that question.
How was it for you, linking up with the likes of Sizzla Kalonji, Capleton, Turbulence, and all of that? How did they
Well, I was in Jamaica. I went to Jamaica a couple of years back, and I met a lot of people when I was there. I met I think the first artist I met was Phantom Moja, and Phantom Moja introduced me to Capleton. And so the tune "No Surrender," in fact, the one that you started off with, which is Sizzla, Phantom Moja, and Capleton, which is just one of those awesome, very organic kind of tunes where I wrote the tune with Capleton in his front yard, basically just jamming in the front yard with this big sound system. Like it was one of those things that once
Surrender.
Yeah, No Surrender. Yeah. So, we recorded it that evening, like it was just that there was a lot of energy and a lot of good vibes and a lot of just this organic nature to the way everything kind of came together. So, meeting Ninja Man was a similar thing, Jamaica, I guess it is a small place in one way. I mean, 3 million people. Everyone seems to know everyone else. So, if you put the word out, you kind of, someone's the friend or the brother or the cousin, you tend to find things. So, things just started to link up pretty easy. Yeah.
And we also realized that the Surrender has, about 9 million views.
Yes, it took off,
YouTube.
man. It took off. Yeah, I think it's got a killer video to it, because another thing that we've been big in is really supporting the local dancehall culture, especially the dancehall dancers in Jamaica. And that video there, I think, features 26 of some of the best dancers in Jamaica. Exclusive and all these amazing dancers. So yeah, visually it's awesome, and then it's a bit of a banger of the song too. So
and the Yard and
double
Abroad,
whammy.
And the Yard and Abroad too on the same album. The album itself, perfect. You know what I mean? Anytime I listen to it, I'm thinking, Lord of His mercy. When I play on air, the response that comes through. Take us through Yard and Abroad.
Yard and Abroad, yeah, man. Well, Dre Island, just killer artist, man. What can I say? It was one of those things where I'd really wanted a really strong, conscious track, talking about oppression and the struggles of everyday life, say in Jamaica and around the world, and working with Dre Island was just a real dream. I wrote the rhythm, sent the rhythm over there. So I never met Dre when I was in Jamaica, but we kind of linked up from Australia to Jamaica, and we had a remote session where my girlfriend was in the studio in Jamaica, and then I was in Australia, and we sort of zoomed like this, and then that's how we put it all together, and it's just just a wicked track of just amazing lyrics. It's just one of those things, one of those magical ones. As soon as I can hear it coming through my end, I'm live in the session in Australia listening, and as soon as I can hear the vocals coming through, I was like, whoa, I got something here,
Same thing will happen now.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Same thing will happen now.
Yes, Yard and Abroad.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
Dre Island, you know what I mean?
Same thing will happen now.
Anything that is happening in Ghana, you know what I mean? It's definitely some way, somehow. It's happening in London. Anything happening in Jamaica, some way, somehow. It's happening in London. Talking about the COVID, you know what I mean? This unprecedented time.
I'm begging every ghetto you so sell out your soul. And reparate your mind.
Listening to GN Radio UK.
Yes.
You must think you can
experience the whole world. Massive and crew, that's Monkey Man on air, you know what I mean? Me and him, we're holding a vibe right here. So if you're out there and you really want, you know what I mean, good music, good producers, why not? Make sure you link up with Monkey Mac, because Monkey Mac is doing it really big out there. And allow me, I tell you, from the time I got this album, it says Vital Sound, you know what I mean? Why the name Vital Sound?
Yeah, man. Well, we live in vital times, So really, for me, pardon me. There's so many elements of vital. Like, it's vital to educate. It's vital to elevate. right now at this point in history, you know. So I think, you know, to deal with things like the systemic racism and oppression and climate chaos and disaster, we need vital music. Hence, we need vital sound. Yeah.
Lord of His mercy. That's all we need at this point in time, you know what I mean?
Shelters for the homeless child. Diseases have you wheezing and you don't know.
Massive, can you hear this one?
Yeah.
The fall of nations and empires has always come about first by the disorganized spirit. The disorganized.
So, Monkey Mac, it looks like, you know, this album is fusion of everything. Like, you know, you have the rock, you have the, I don't know how to say it. You know, you have everything in there.
Yes, it is. I mean, as we were talking about before, you know, like I'm influenced by so many different styles of music, especially if it's politically charged or socially conscious music. But everything from, you know, dubstep to hip hop to, you know, that original punk ethos, it all comes through in my music, of course, with that heavy reggae overtone and that heavy dub overtone as well, because, you know, essentially for me, bass is everything and lyrics are everything. So, you know, that's that perfect blend, you know.
So how has the response been with this new album, which was released on the 13th of November 2020? How has been the response?
It's been really good, you know, really, really good. I've been doing interviews all around the world, man, like just crazy. I did live to air TV in Jamaica. I've done an interview in the British Virgin Islands. I've done all through the US, UK, France, Germany, like all across Australia as well, back down under. So it's been really good, man. It's just been amazing.
So what should we look forward to this 2021? Because, you know, as you and I know, there's so much going on, and, you know, people are sorry to say they are depressed and stuff and that. And with music can inspire you to do a lot of things. What should we expect from Monkey Mac this 2021?
Well, I reckon you're going to expect a video for this particular track we're listening to right now. I think this one needs a killer video. So we're making that one hopefully really soon with the amazing Fire Oil and Jai Israel. Wicked artists in Jamaica. And hopefully some more music, man. I've been in the studio talking again with artists in Jamaica. So, yeah, man, stay tuned. This is just the beginning.
Are there any particular artists that are going to be on your next project?
Yeah, there is. I just did a tune with a great young artist called Bella Blair, awesome female singer from Jamaica. I've started doing a tune. These are a little exclusive for you. I started doing a tune with Anthony B. There you go. How's that?
Lord of His mercy. That's Anthony the fireman.
Yeah, man. You know. So yeah. I'm cooking in the kitchen, and I just need some more ingredients, and then boom. I think you'll hear some more new music really soon.
Okay. So Monkey Mac, being a producer and you know what I mean, always engaging with artists, and what has been some of the challenges, you know, being a producer? You know, what do you go through, you know, in your daily activities?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the biggest challenge being a producer is being able to fund what you do, you know, because, you know, the music industry is a hard place to make money at the moment, you know. There's no touring. I mean, international touring's pretty much stopped. We don't have any shows in Australia either. So it's difficult at the moment, you know. But, you know, so it's just like that. And it can be quite lonely being a producer. You know, you're sort of sitting here in your studio. Most of my artists in Jamaica. You know, I mean, it'd be great if we were all together to get a vibe and stuff. So, you know, it's a different world being a producer, but at the same time, it's amazing because you have the power to finish off the songs, you know, and release these things and put them together, and you know, come up with these great ideas.
Has it been a day where you produce, let's say, a rhythm, and you know, you're thinking, okay, this artist can jump on this rhythm. You contact them and they say they're going to do it, and the next time you phone them, you know, you can't get through to them. Have you ever been through such?
Yeah, man, lots of times. Yeah. I mean, lots of these rhythms, you know, like, it's not as easy as just sort of going, I think I've written this great track, you know, and I want this artist on it, because often they'll be busy, or they might be recording another album, or like in the middle of a project, or they may be signed to a label and they're not allowed to record with other people. So there's a lot of different aspects to it. But, you know, I'd say that, you know, 50% of the time, you know, most of these artists, you know, you'll end up, once you form that relationship and once you kind of realize that you're coming from the same kind of ethos, often, yeah, these great things will come together.
Okay. And today I'm glad to have you on the Reggae Catalogue. It would be good for me to ask you this. You know, what do you think about slackness music or, you know, good vibe music? People think most of the time slackness music sells more, talking about Jamaica stuff and that. As a producer, you know, when you're producing rhythms and that, do you expect people to come and, you know, just put slackness lyrics on it?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you've heard my album Vital Sound. It's a pretty political album, and you know, it has most of the songs have a meaning. You know, whether they're talking about climate change or oppression or whatever they're talking about. So, I mean, there's obviously a time and a place for slackless music, and I have no problem with slackless music. I mean, especially like if you're at a dance at a dance hall in Jamaica, like, you know, sometimes it can make sense, like where you are. But for me personally, you know, I don't write that, and it doesn't seem to sit well with my music anyway, you know what I mean? So, but hey, there's a place for it, and people do it way better than I do, so, you know, I leave that to them.
In this time, we all giving thanks, you know, and we play Give Thanks now from Ibama. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Take us through that.
Fantastic.
Why give thanks? Are you giving thanks?
Yeah,
who are you giving thanks to?
Giving thanks to life, man. Giving thanks to everything. Giving thanks to having people who like your music and who listen, and giving thanks to being able to work with some of my, you know, favorite artists in the world. You know, just having that ability right now. It's just, you know, we truly are blessed sometimes, and I think if we reach out and, you know, put an effort in this life, you know, we can do amazing things. So it's really about giving thanks to opportunity.
Okay. I'm going to play a tune, and I know you miss him so much. A tune from Ninja Man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man. Something about Ninja Man. You know, what made you say that? No, I want to put Ninja Man on my album, because Ninja Man at the moment, you know, I don't even want to talk about it, but definitely we're hoping that he will be out very soon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, look, I mean, I've always been a massive Ninja Man fan, and when I was in Jamaica, I just put the word out to record Ninja Man. The funny thing is you were playing the Ibama track just then with Give Thanks. The same day I was recording Ibama, Ninja Man walked into the studio, you know? So, like, it was just happened all in this crazy one day. And yeah, man, Ninja Man was one of those artists that I had no idea if I'd even ever see him or even see him live or perform or whatever. I put the word out. He rocked up at the front of the studio in his big black Mercedes, and we literally sat in the car park, me with my little speaker, my little Bluetooth speaker, and we kind of like wrote a tune right there and then. And then he came back to the studio and recorded it, you know, in just that afternoon. But the most amazing thing about that song is I think I kind of feel like it was a weird time and a perfect time for Ninja Man and myself to meet, because of course Ninja Man's got this, you know, a crazy history, and I think that this particular song that he did, which is really him talking about calling out to the youth to not following in his footsteps, you know, and to listen to the lessons of life. And bring them forward and don't ignore them, you know. It's all about don't get stuck in that trap and the allure of that criminal.
And stuff in that.
Yeah, and I think that he really wanted to bring that message out to the youth, you know, because of course not long after that he was locked up for life, you know. I mean, this was recorded just before that. So, you know, it was a really important message I think he wanted to put out there, which is the tune called Badness.
So, Monkey Mark, if anyone is listening to us, let's say from Africa, and they want to, you know, ride on your rhythms that you've been producing, how would they go about it?
Yeah, man, hit me up, You know, I'm always up for that stuff. I'm always up for multiple versions of whatever. I have... in fact, what I should probably do soon is I might put up the written version of the album up on Bandcamp. Okay. So if you are in Africa or wherever, you know, you can download those rhythms, you know, and do a version and send me it through. All I ask is just send it to me, so I can listen to it, and I can master it for you as well.
Okay.
Fix it up.
So they can just have the rhythm, vibe on it, and they send it back to you.
Yeah, and then maybe we can put out a compilation of like wicked African artists on this rhythm or whatever.
I'm gonna start looking for artists to jump on your rhythm so that we can see.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
do that. Absolutely. I actually have I've got a Brazilian artist on No Surrender. That's Monkey Jayam. So I'm well up for like a worldwide approach to rhythm writing as well. So man, everyone jump on it.
Massive and crew, you're listening to GN Radio. We transmit live on YouTube and also we're on Facebook, and also don't forget that's Tunein and www.mygnradiouk.com. It's me, myself, Selector Brown Eye, and on the other side of the world is Monkey Mac all the way from Australia, and he said, like you heard him, he said that I woke him up early this morning. I was his alarm bell this morning. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because it's not easy to wake people up. When I got a message saying, is it 7 a.m.? I was like, Lord of His mercy. So, what should we look forward to? You know what I mean? What should we look forward to as time goes on? Is there going to be any shows after this pandemic goes over? Is there anything in plan?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping of coming over to the UK. I was supposed to come over last year to play at Glastonbury Festival and a few other festivals in the UK, and then a couple in Europe. But of course, the pandemic got in the way, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen for a little while. In Australia, we can't even leave Australia at the moment. Our borders are closed. So, but I think once the pandemic lifts, there'll be a bunch of us ready to kind of come on over there. So yeah, man, just I'd say maybe August, September, hopefully, some sort of European tour will be there.
Wow,
yeah.
Wow. Massive crew, make sure you grab your copy of the Vital Sound. You know what I mean? This album was released on the 13th of November, that's 2020, and it's doing really good out there. Talking about the surrender with Capleton, Sizzler, Turbulence. You know what I mean? When you go on YouTube, the numbers are really high there. So make sure you check it out. And there's a lot of videos coming. Make sure you follow Monkey Mac on Instagram. You know what I mean? I sent a message to Boom Rush Promotion saying that, can I have Monkey Mac's picture for the flyer? And it was kind of delaying in that, so I said no, let me go on Instagram and check Monkey Mac. So I got your pictures from your Instagram page. I was like, okay, let me get you from here, then get a flyer going. So if you want anything, just make sure you follow Monkey Mac on Instagram, Facebook and everything. Monkey Mac, is there any advice that you give to upcoming producers out there? Because I know a lot of people out there want to, start producing and stuff. And people also say that most people produce tunes that doesn't even last. Talking about back home where I come from, that's Ghana. People produce tunes like 2-3 weeks, you don't hear the tune again, and it's like every day there's a new stuff coming out. What would be your advice for such producers?
Yeah. Keep practicing, man. Keep writing. I think, the more you write, the more you do, the more you produce, the better you get, hopefully, So I think just stick with it, man. Just keep trying. It's a flooded market out there. There's a lot of things out there, but I think if you keep trying and getting better at your craft, finally your music will shine through. So it's just about, patience. Patience and hope, and just persistence as well, which is really, really important.
Patience and consistency.
Stay like that. I mean, I sit in my studio like for hours. If I could get the camera and show you around here, I've got drum machines, synthesizers, all this kind of crazy old mixing desks and everything here. So there's a lot of stuff to learn, but we have YouTube these days, and we can jump on there and we can learn amazing things. There's mixing courses, there's how to produce a reggae rhythm. You could just go and look all this stuff up, but practice makes perfect, man. And believe in your own sound. I think that's the other thing. Really believe in your own sound, because each of us has a unique sound. You don't have to go out there and imitate, man. Just go out there and do what you think is your sound. I think that's the most important thing, because that's what I'm always interested in hearing, is when I hear someone's sound, that always excites me more than anything.
You've really made my day. But before we wrap up, because time is not on our side, let's talk about Mashdown Rome.
Yes.
Sometimes when people say Rastas always burning down Rome, burn Vatican, burn this, why Mashdown Rome?
Yeah. Well, Mashdown Rome was one of those songs that Funnily enough, I mean, I got two artists on that. I got Spangbond and I've got the great Prince Allah. And funnily enough, I actually worked with Spangbond first on that one. And of course, you know, he has the lyrics that really match that sentiment. You know, that whole militant kind of stand up against the oppressor. You know, that I just feel like it's a really important thing. And I think that every now and again, for me, that song feels like the kind of song that you'd be playing on a massive sound system at a big protest. You know, that's that kind of like, you know, stick it to the man song. So I think it's an important message to come. You know, unfortunately, it's still an important message to get out there. You know, because people still aren't listening. You know, we still have these situations where, you know, we have, you know, 1% of the population owning, you know, most of the wealth. So I think it's really, really important that we still record these songs and still wake people up to the reality of what's going to go on around them. And Prince Allah, by the way, Prince Allah, man, like my friend Jake Savona put me onto him, Mr. Savona. And Prince Allah wasn't recording, you know, he hadn't recorded for a long time. I think he was working on a fishing boat in Jamaica and no one knew where he was. And so, yeah, Jake Savona got him back into the studio, hence that's why I ended up recording him as well. So big up, Mr. Savona.
There's a
Another
message
one of my
on
Australian
Facebook for
brethren.
you saying, hello, Monkey Mark from Harry Nash.
Yes. Hello, man. How you doing?
Yeah,
Wicked.
definitely, massive uncle. So if you know you're a good artist out there in Ghana, especially, you know what I mean, that's where I'm from. So if you're a reggae artist in Ghana, make sure you link up so that, you know what I mean, we can connect with Monkey Mark and do some great music so that your music will last. Any advice for upcoming artists out there, and also any link that people want to, you know, follow you and also purchase your product, your project and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I guess first up for any people out there who want the album, it's up on Bandcamp right now. If people know Bandcamp, and I've got it up there for pay what you want. If you don't want to pay me anything, cool. It's free. It's all for you. You can go and download a copy right now it's the Monkey Mark Bandcamp, and it's the album's called Vital Sound. So just jump on over, grab that and everything. You can also go to my website, and if you want to go check out my studio, I've got a whole bunch of pictures up on my website, which is monkeymark.org. I run a solar powered studio right here in Melbourne, powered by the sun. It's in an old shipping container studio. I'm not sure if you can see it behind me, but I'm right in the container studio right now. So if you want to find out more about me and what I get up to outside of my studio, jump online, monkeymark.org and Bandcamp.
Thank you so much, Monkey Mark, you know what I mean, for having you on the Reggae Catalogue. And definitely, you know, we keep connected. And you know, as time goes, and I have your WhatsApp number, we can message you anytime that there's any project.
For sure, man.
So that, you know what I mean, we also promote
Keep
you on
in
the
contact.
radio. Yeah, we also promote you on the radio and push the movement, because I really like everything about your project, you know, the vitals, even the picture on the album. I'm like, Lord of mercy. Massive, make sure you grab this album and look at the picture, you know what I mean? The photo on the album.
Yeah, you like that picture?
Yeah. I really like that.
Yeah, you know, do you know who that is? Can I tell you who that is?
Who is that?
That's a famous dancer called Shelly Belly. And as he's dancing, he's doing the gun salute, so he's jumping and doing that, you know, and he's in King Street in Kingston when we did it. It's as the next few videos come out, that picture will start to make a bit more sense. I'll lead you in there. There's a little hint in that picture of what's coming up next. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Monkey Mark, for having you on the Reggae Catalogue, and definitely, I hope anytime that we need you, you know, you'll be here to, you know, hold a vibe with us.
Wicked. Anytime, man. Anytime. Great to connect. Great to link up, man.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Really love it.
Wicked.
Thank you. So, massive and cool. That was Monkey Mark all the way from Australia. You know what I mean? Grab your copy. Make sure you pay for that, see? That's Vital Sound.
You hear that?
You hear that?
Spangbond Star.
Tell him.
Live right, live right, live right, live right. Selassie, I pick me, are you ready? Rastafari, pick me, are you ready? Selassie, I pick me.
Australia massive, Cardiff massive.
Rastafari.
Yes, he's one of your own. Lord God.
Mercenaries, we are Jah mercenary scene. Mercenary, we are Jah mercenary. Say we strap and we every in a full military. I know nothing fake or march down Rome when we ready. We mercenary scene. Mercenaries, we are your mercenaries.
Yeah, let me take the last
shot and be
from the album.
Full military, I know nothing figure mash down Rome when they ready.
This one is called Positive Vibes. After the mash down Rome, you know what I mean? We're taking it positive way, you know what I mean?
Kill them with positive vibes.
So if you're in Ghana, if you're in Nigeria, Kenya, Zimbabwe, anywhere in Africa, you know what I mean? Just link up. Let's hold a vibe with Monkey Mark and allow me to tell you no, your music will go far. You know what I mean? I always tell these artists that no, don't just say you're from Ghana, so you're going to do just local music for the people in Ghana. Spread. That's what you need. Yeah, right after this one, I'm going for a quick commercial break, and on the rebound, yes, Mr. Owusu, big up on yourself. Owusu Techi Alfred, yeah, enjoying the show, yeah? If you know anyone out there, tell them to link up. This is GN Radio. Anytime we say it, we do it. No bad vibes for us cutting and go throughs, eh?
This poem is like all the rest. This This poem will not be amongst great literary works. It will not be recited by poetry enthusiasts. It will not be quoted by politicians or men of religion. This poem is knives, bombs, guns, blood, fire, blazing for freedom. Yes, this poem is a drum. Ashanti, Mama, Igbo, Yoruba, Nyabingi warriors, Yohuro, Namibia, Yohuro sweater, Yohuro Africa. This poem will not change things. This poem needs to be changed. This poem is a rebirth of a people, a rising, awakening, understanding. This poem speaks, is speaking, have spoken. This poem shall continue even when poets have stopped writing. This poem shall survive, you, me. It shall linger in history, in your mind, in time, forever. This poem is time, only time will tell. This poem is still not written. This poem has no point. This poem is just a part of the story. His story, her story, our story. The story is still untold. This poem is now ringing, talking, irritating, making you want to stop it. But this poem will not stop. This poem is long, cannot be short. This poem cannot be tamed, cannot be blamed. The story is still not told about this poem. This poem is old, new. This poem was copied from the Bible, your prayer book, Playboy magazine, New York Times, Reader's Digest, the CIA files, the KGB files. This poem is no secret. This poem shall be called boring, stupid, senseless. This poem is watching you trying to make sense from this poem. This poem is messing up your brains, making you want to stop listening to this poem. But you shall not stop listening to this poem. You need to know what will be said next in this poem. This poem shall disappoint you because this poem is to be continued in your mind.
So family, you heard that? You know what I mean? What a combination. That's Monkey Mark alongside Mutabarukas in this poem. Pure reasoning, you know what I mean? Anyway, we're going to pause and go for a quick commercial break. Don't forget, we are in the reggae month. You know what I mean? And nothing but moving to the promised land. Just stick and stay. Don't change the dial because you're at the right place at the right time. See? Remember, each and every Wednesday between the hours of 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Spreading the vibes. Reggae Catalogue. The man himself, Selector B.
Selector Brown and our life. Whoa. Run things, Selector Brown. Take it to them musical, my brother. One love, King Lorenzo said that. Boom blast.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Become a successful entrepreneur with Jackie and her professional team. Become a successful entrepreneur. Anase Base. Wami a team of professional teachers of economics, marketing, ninga omoyebi. So pesa will transform your life from a youth graduate and a school leaver. Nasa pesa wo ye entrepreneur. Mon contacti Base. Entrepreneur no che say obia ebia wa wo business. Ebia wo ye che. But pesa wo ye no in a professional way. To say Oprah Winfrey. Anaya papa Kwame Despite. Base Bitmama Sa Diano Abim. One your experts ewo coaching and a mentoring. And as pesa will start wa business base for better how ubesia expand your business and as existing customer base. Base provides support in business plans, step-by-step finance applications and marketing strategies. Base or become a successful entrepreneur also provide entrepreneurship skills through vision and determination. Some more per free consultation for a Base ewo
073 99 867 417. I repeat 073 99 867